Steven, what are you doing?
All right, we're slaughtering this, and we're going to try to keep it. We're going to try to keep from cutting the neck so much. We don't want to separate the brain stem. We just want him to just bleed out. He won't really know what's going on, but right below the neck there'll be a little vein right in there, and it's pretty easy to feel. And once the blood stops going to his brain, he'll start frailing a little bit. So I just took an old belt and just put it around his wings, because it's just the nervous system starting to react.
All right. So we killed the turkey and he bled out, and
Actually, am I in there?
you're in there.
Actually, we let him bleed out a whole lot longer after he died, because I was expecting a little bit of thrashing, and it never happened. I mean, he just kind of went to sleep. He passed out, and that's it. It's an easy death, I guess, as far as deaths go. But now we're going to scald him. I got the water to about over 150 degrees because I had to bring it out and it's cool out. So I got it up a little bit high. It should be down enough now. We're going to scald so the feathers will come out easy, and then we'll be back.
All right, we plucked. Now we have to gut.
Yeah, we have just a few little pin feathers that we'll get off. I've been sitting here actually pulling a few. There's just a few left on there that we'll get when we really clean it up to get ready to put in the package. But the first things that I do is cut the head off, which I did right before, and
There it is.
there's still there's the head, but I just cut it right at the ugly part, because most people don't like to look at that bumpy part when they're eating it. So but I like to get the legs off. They just really kind of get in the way and make it hard to handle. So usually I have like some snip pliers, but since I don't have them out here, I'll just pop that off. And there's two tendons there that once you cut them there, it makes it a whole lot easier to pop off and still have that nice looking knuckle at the end. And it kind of makes a little bit of a gross noise. Tyler doesn't really like that.
All that popping and clicking.
Yeah. There it is. That way you get that nice looking end of the leg when you cook. You want it to look nice. So right along there. Oh, that one did really good. I got the tendon on the first. And I'm just kind of twisting it out to get the right there. There it is. I'm kind of a freak about that. I don't like a nick to be on mine when I cook it. I like the ends to look really nice. So since I'm a perfectionist when I cook, if I'm doing it for somebody else, which this is for somebody else, this isn't for us. This is for a family that, for whatever reason, is celebrating Thanksgiving really early. Okay, after I cut off this little gland off the back of the tail, I just make a tiny, tiny little incision about the width of your finger, just so I can get a finger through it. And then I just tear. And the reason I do that is just because it makes a prettier opening. All this is just about looking good. And this is a small bird. I mean, you guys, this is once it gets done, this is gonna be about a 12-pound turkey. So, but the people wanted that size, so that's why we chose that. But there's a lot of connective tissue in here, and you can do all this with your hand, and that's really the best way to do it, because if you start cramming knives up in there, you are gonna end up cutting something that you don't want to cut.
Like
so the
stomach.
best, yeah, I mean, well, you cut open the stomach, you cut open that gallbladder. You just have to be really careful with all this. You want it all to come out the way it went in. I just pull off all that connective tissue with my fingers, and you can feel it really good with your fingers too. You can feel what you should be and should not be messing with.
So it's plucked and gutted. What are you doing now? Taking off the neck?
Just taking off the neck, and I like, here again, I'm kind of weird. I like to make sure that it's cut to where it's gonna be easy to make the neck look pretty. And I just figure that everybody thinks of things the same way as I do, so I do everybody's bird the same way I do mine. By the way, if you guys are wondering why I'm using this crazy looking knife, this is the sharpest knife. I've never used this knife for anything like this before, but I have used it to cut just in the kitchen, and I've cut myself with it on numerous occasions. So I thought that it would do really good, and it does do good, but with the bone, I'm kind of still nervous because it has cut me so many times. So I try not to, I don't push it through the bone very well. There we go. And so there's the neck. And I just assume that these people want the neck. Well, I didn't ask, but they're getting the heart and the gizzards, all that stuff. So they should have a good little
Happy Thanksgiving.
happy Thanksgiving. I hope so.
And it's getting dark out here, so that's probably the end of this. Be sure to like, thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.
Bye.